All right, so we're going to go over part C, D, and E in this video. We already have the results from part A and B. For part A, we ended up getting 62,500. And part B, we ended up getting $37,500. So if you want to review how we got this, please watch the previous video. So for part C, we want to determine how much the property owner pay that year for damages and insurance. So damages is actually part B. It's 37,500. That's how much he paid for the damages, his portion. But then he also paid for the insurance. So the insurance is the annual premium, which is 2,800. And that gives us our total of how much the property owner paid, which is $40,300. So that's how much he paid total. He paid for the part of the damages and also the insurance premium. Okay, part D and E are dealing with the other circumstance that you may be dealing with in step 3 in the previous slide, or that green rectangle on page 224. Step 3, there's an A and B, and we dealt with when the recovery amount is less the amount of the policy. The recovery amount in part A was 62,500. That was the recovery amount we calculated, 62,500. Which ends up being less than the policy amount of 200,000. So the insurance company covers all of it. So the idea is if the recovery amount is greater than the policy amount of 200,000, then the insurance company will just look at the 200,000 and that's how much they'll pay. So let's look at part D. Part D is how much would the insurance company pay if the fire caused $300,000 of damage. So we need to go back to step 2 and use the result we had previously for step 1 and I'm referring to the previous slides. So we had 200,000 divided by 320,000, and we're going to be using that here too. We'll see. To see how we got that, again, watch the previous video. Okay, so we have a different loss amount. It's not 100,000. So what would happen if we had 300,000 loss amount? So the loss goes here. We multiply that fraction by the loss amount, 300,000 in this case. And let's see what we end up getting. Well, we end up getting 187,500. So this is less than 200,000 still. So that means the insurance company will pay all of that amount. That's how much the insurance company would pay for $300,000 of damage. It's 187,500. Okay, so the insured, like if we're going to do a step part B of how much the owner paid, if we had $300,000 of damage, it would be 300,000 minus 187,500. But it's not asked here how much they'll pay. So anyways, in step E, we have a different damage amount, which is $360,000. So with $360,000 of loss, when we multiply that by that fraction, we end up getting 225,000 which is less, or sorry, it's not less. It is, let's change that, which is greater than 200,000. it's a larger amount than 200,000, the policy amount. So that means the insurance company would just cover the maximum of the policy amount in this case. So that means that the extra $25,000, the property owner would have to cover on top of the remaining amount of the 360,000 minus 225. So actually, he would cover $160,000. The property owner. So okay, so hopefully that makes sense. Let me know if you have any concerns, and I'll be more than happy to help.